mom is an artist, but she didn't take it far, so she dropped it and did something else. So I decided to take up the bold step to do art. And in the beginning, my parents never wanted me to do art because they had this perception about art and artists that they don't really make it. It's all about hand to mouth and all that. But then I decided to take that bold step. Basically, I wasn't having any belief for education, but then I was just sitting in the class and having much vigor for extracurricular activities like sports, cadets, the arts department, music and dance and all that. So I done with GHS and then I went to SHS. But on my way to SHS, my parents were like, I shouldn't do visual arts, I should do either business or general arts. But then I still wanted to do visual arts because I felt that was my comfort zone. My style of painting is more of silhouette, but it has got to do with the live painting. That's one of my main focus. In reference to my color scheme, I picked it from the color black because of the silhouette painting. I was trying to begin, that was how I was starting. So I was starting with the black paint until I got to school and I was picking my inspiration from nature, human skin, whereby I have to mix about 4 primary colors to get the human color scheme. And I feel without black in my work, the work is not complete. People advise that we don't use black, but then I believe it's my style and what I think will push me far. So without black in my work, I think my signature is not found. I realized pencil, and they are good styles of artwork, but then I decided that so many people are doing that style, so what style can I do to stand out on the domain? So I decided to pick the silhouette live painting. I tried to brand myself in a way to paint during events. So let's say, for example, during pastors' appreciation, gospel concerts, birthday parties, dinners, banking awards, entertainment shows. If they are honoring someone up, I paint a concept out of the whole event. I was at the Ghana Banking Awards 2015 and 2016, and I painted the governor of the Bank of Ghana. That's Dr. Ernest Addison. That's the current governor of the Bank of Ghana. And also I had the opportunity to paint Shatawale and Stoneboy during KNUST's SRC week celebration. I was able to perform at the red carpet of Ghana Miss Nigeria last year. I painted Shatawale, Fowles, Tiwa Savage, Lil Wayne and Davido. I have painted a lot of men of God in this country. I have painted Archbishop Duncan Williams, Dakiwon Mills, Reverend Abraham Lamte, the head pastor of Royal House Chapel, Reverend Sam Kanchiankra. This new style I'm trying to develop is trying to paint directly on human and objects, as in the 3-dimensional objects around us, like the human being, the table, the chair, the clock, the wall itself. So this combining all of this, it falls under 3 parts. So which has got to do with painting itself, photography and videography. When you take a shot, it will look like a 2D painting because of me working with the highlights and the shadows. But when you take a video, when you go to the videography aspect, which we can use to tell a story, it becomes a 3D, the model is free in reference to the concept we are trying to put across. So for example, like this one, we are talking about education, trying to tell people that education is the key to success. One needs to go to school. Despite your talent and all that, you need to get to school to polish up your talent, to be someone respected in the society. I'm using my little brother as my model, whereby I'll be painting directly on his face, picking his highlights and his shadows, and the clothes he's wearing, and everything around him is going to be painted. His school bag, his socks, his shoes, the books around him, his pen. And when the shot is taken, it forms the 2-dimensionality of the whole work. In 2015, I created a concept with one of my boss called Patrick William Dodu, where we use bottles from environments which are not in use to build a 50-feet Christmas tree during the Christmas period. And I also have a star in reference to the life painting, which has got to do with the puzzle life painting. So in this sense, I would like people to watch out for my letter to the president, whereby I'm going to be doing a puzzle life painting of our president in a very unique way. My first inspiration is from God Almighty. My parents, my spiritual mother was the principal of Alpha Beta, Miss Florence Ejipon. My role models, David Garibaldi, Alexa Miyadi, and Patrick William Dodu. And all these people have really been of great inspiration in my life. If you do art and you do it well, you will make a lot from it. But if you just see it as just a mere job, you will also see it as just a mere job. I picked certain inspirations from Bolare himself. Don't just take your career as a career, but then make sure you take it as a business as well. I don't want to be just an artist who would hold a paint and a brush, but then an artist with a very businessman.